Hey, what's good, everyone? Syndicate Poogie here. Konnichiwa, Syndicate Poogie des. Welcome to another Space Signals full transmission episode. And not only is it a full transmission, it is a night transmission. You know, I had things lined up for a lot of time on Friday to record, but somehow the weekend just caught up with me and became busier than my week. So here I am, just catching a pocket of time to record the full transmission episode. I am here on a dog walk actually with Lucky. Yeah, Lucky's going crazy. So I'm gonna do my best to just provide my commentary for today and just talk about XG in their 5th year, because right now in the Alphas app they have a 5th year predictions campaign, and I initially thought this was going to be a chance to predict open-endedly what will happen in their 5th year as a group, as artists, as individuals, but they had very specific questions per member of what to predict. So what I'm going to be doing in today's transmission video, I'm going to be sharing my responses that I've already submitted to that campaign, and then on top of that I will share my wishes / predictions for each individual member. And then I'm also going to make sure that I don't walk into any more trees, because ouch. Okay, so without further ado, the first member, they do go in order of seniority in the group. So Juren's question, Juren-san, this is all questions pertaining to March 18th, 2027. So Juren's question asks, what nail color will I be wearing on March 18th, 2027? And my prediction was cobalt blue. I know that's a very specific blue, and in my mind that blue is not quite navy and not quite a bright blue, but somewhere in between. It's a very strong blue. I'd like to think like it's like Nightcrawler from the X-Men. And the reason I chose cobalt blue was because for a majority of the time during their last world tour, and even leading into this tour, the core, the second world tour, her hair color was predominantly red, at least to my memory, either red or black. And I know that Rock the Boat had her sporting the blonde hair, but I am going with what we've seen for most of the time, and I think that blue would be a good complement to that hair color. So that was my prediction for Juren. Now, as an individual, where do I want to see Juren? What do I predict for her? Well, she's already gotten started with her individual activities, both as a solo artist, collabing with Rhapsody on the initial PS118 release, and also she's been going all out with the various collabs with Chanel, showing up on all these magazine covers, and she's just been doing her thing already. So I mean, what more could we see from Juren beyond that? I would like to see her just continue to develop and be a strong leader and representative of XG. I'd love to see her continue to increase her global footprint. And what I'd like to see with her being the leader of XG, I would like to see her have more than a handful of solo interviews under her belt. So she will be interviewing not just for herself as an artist, but of course as the leader of XG. We've always seen XG interview as a group, but I think now Juren is ready for that step where she can represent the group on her own. So that is what I'm hoping for her. And I also, as an artist musically, would like to see Juren continue to challenge herself. I mean, she always does. She has a perfectionist mindset, and she probably is kind of her own worst critic. So if she sees that she needs to work on something, she's going to go all out and try to do that. So I would like to see her continue to challenge herself. I'd love to hear a bit more Juren vocals, and I'd like to see how much more versatile her rap ability can be, not just in the cadence and delivery, but also the storytelling, the depth, the bars, of course, and just the character. I want to see Jurin, the MC, just that evolution take place in this 5th year. So, on to the next member, Chisa Kondo Chisa, sorry. Well, for Chisa, she asks, what is her breakfast on March 18th, 2027? What will she be eating for breakfast? And my prediction is that she will be eating a traditional, protein-heavy, health-conscious breakfast. So my prediction is eggs, rice, some form of grilled or baked fish, fermented food such as natto or soybean or kimchi. And yeah, I think that's going to be her breakfast. She's been one of the most hardworking in the gym and also health conscious members of the group publicly. And she shared some of her cooking and recipes in the Alphas app. So we know that she is really into every level of a healthy lifestyle. So I think that she's just going to continue the course, stay disciplined to her routine, and just have a very fulfilling protein-heavy breakfast, because you got to have that protein to maintain your muscle. And, you know, she's going all out in the gym. So that is really what I think she's going to have for breakfast on March 18th, 2027. What is my personal wish and prediction for her in this 5th year? I would like to see Chisa continue to just share that beautiful voice, continue to have just the most stunning, breathtaking performances, both within XG's music and herself as an artist, as a singer. And with all the amazing performances that we've seen in the first Howl tour, with all those amazing solo performances and covers that she's done, I actually still believe that there is another level to Chisa that we haven't seen. And I would like to see XG have a song that highlights her vocal ability to a level we have never seen before. We've seen her push herself in song covers. We've definitely seen her do that from other artists, but I want to see a song. Now, Winter Without You was very strong, very much a showcase for all the vocalists, for every member of the group, to be honest. But I still feel like we didn't see them push themselves as much as they possibly could. They were knocking on the door of that potential. So that's where I want to see Chisa. And I'd like to see Chisa make a solo debut song. I want to see her do a solo debut song. She can either do it solo or collab with another artist. That's what I want to see. So that's my wish for Chisa-san. Bechitantan. Yes. Okay. Next is Hinata-san. Hinata asks what is going to be her hair color on March 18th, 2027. And I think her hair color is going to be brown. All right. I know that is just so random. Why brown? Well, I think we've seen Hinata with every hair color except for maybe orange and red. She hasn't sported those colors yet. But I think that after many, many months of many, many different colors, many different eras throughout all the songs, I think that maybe Hinata will sport a more classic look, and not just with the hair color, but also the haircut. And I think that we're going to see brown Hinata. Or I know that a lot of alphas have been clamoring for black-haired Hinata, just because, you know, they had seen that look from her early on in her trainee days. So that is my wish for Hinata. Oh no, that is my prediction for Hinata. My wish for Hinata, well, Hinata has come into her own. We've seen the performances. We know how all out she's going in the performance of No Good. That's for sure. And, just in her little way, well, not her little way, just in her own way, she is sharing how strong her aura is with us. She knows it. She knows. Well, with that being said, what I hope for Hinata is that we, kind of similar to Chisa, I want to see her just have this breakout moment, and I feel like she is going to have that when she finally has a chance to shine in some type of solo, whether it's a solo track or a solo kind of performance. We've seen that again during the first Howl tour. We saw so many different solo performances from each of the members where they all got to shine, and she really shined. But I want to see it within the XG space. I want to see her have her own original routine with her own choreography, which I think she could carry and crush. Have her own background dancers. I know that Hinata, at this point in her career, I think that she does have the strength to carry a solo now, and I want to see that. So that is my wish for Hinata in their fifth year. Okay, moving right along, we are going to go to Harvey. Okay, Harvey asks, what time will I wake up on March 18th, 2027? I don't think Harvey is the member that sleeps in a lot. I do think she's very disciplined. I could be completely wrong, but that's just my intuition. We know her to be very hardworking all the time, so I think she's very committed and dedicated, and because of that, I think she's disciplined to a degree. So with that being said, I think she is going to wake up at 7:30 a.m. on March 18th, 2027. And I know, given that that's their anniversary, they're probably going to stay up late till midnight of that night just to celebrate and acknowledge their 5th year anniversary. But I still think, even with that, after celebrating, she's still going to get up on time and dedicate herself with her intentions for that day. So that is my prediction, 7:30 a.m. But I have a surprise plot twist. I think the time zone is going to be 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And that's going to lead into my other member answers, which I will relay in a bit. But first, my own personal prediction for Harvey. And I realize the camera is probably wobbling, and I realize that the camera's a little shaky. I'm trying to be as steady as possible, but Lucky is looking at squirrels and other things and getting distracted and pulling me all sorts of directions. But okay, my prediction, or my wish for Harvey, I would love to see Harvey continue to excel in her abilities as a rapper, and I want to see a performance from Harvey within an XG track that really gives Harvey her flowers. We alphas have given flowers to Harvey so much all throughout her performances, whether it's her stage presence, whether it's her sections within the different songs, singing, rapping, dancing, you name it. And I'm just hoping that when we get new content from XG in the future, in the coming year, that among that new content or among those new performances, personally, I want to see Harvey get her flowers as a rapper, okay? From the beginning, Harvey was, one of the rap line members that I saw a lot of people had to get warmed up to because of her unique voice. And just the different rap styles of the rappers. I often saw people, slowly warm up to Harvey and realize, whoa, Harvey's growing on me, okay? Well, Harvey was one of the members that I was really high on from the very beginning. I've really loved her tone. I think it's so unique, and I just love her delivery. It's not easy to replicate or imitate that at all. So with that being said, I want to see some kind of showcase from Harvey within an XG song or even her own solo that lets people know that this is the Harvey show, and this is letting you know why I'm part of the HT's rap line. So yes, that's my wish for Harvey. And you know, it doesn't get said enough either that she has been showcasing her vocals a lot more in the tracks. You know, ever since, you know, she's had a lot more singing lines. You know, I can think of In the Rain and just a lot of the choruses. Whenever she comes on, just a lot of standout moments in the songs that make you pause and go, wow, Harvey's really killing it. So I really love that about Harvey, and I'm wishing for more of that and just even more in their 5th year. So thank you so much, Harvey. Next up is my bias, Juria, Team Risu, Acorn Village all day. That's my Stitch face, okay? Okay, here's a fun fact. Poogie fact. Before I even knew of XG, when Lilo and Stitch came out, it became my #1 favorite Disney movie, and Stitch became one of my favorite characters personally. So to know that Stitch is the character that Juria really loves in the Disney universe, among many, but we know her signature is the Stitch face. That just warms my heart, and I'm so grateful that we share that common interest and that common love for Stitch. I mean, when he says that line, I'm lost in Lilo and Stitch, you know, how could you not feel for him? You know, everyone needs a hug. So, you know, anyways, okay, getting back to things, Juria's prediction is, what country will I be in on March 18th, 2027? My prediction is that Juria is going to be in the United States. And my logic, my prediction for that is that they're going to be making moves in this 5th year that are going to transport them to North America. They are going to start broadening their network, broadening their resources, working with producers and new team members that are going to allow them to evolve even further and obviously expand their global footprint. So my prediction is that during their 5th year anniversary in 2027, they are going to be greeting everyone from North America in the United States. And I had predicted 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time for Harvey, not 9 a.m., 7:30, because I think that they're going to be on the West Coast. And the reason for that is simple. They love In-N-Out. XG, please give Five Guys a try. Please give Shake Shack a try. That is my, that's another prediction I have for them, all the members as a group. Okay? Give those a try. No disrespect. In-N-Out is great. I can definitely crush some In-N-Out right now. Jeez. But if you're going to have me in a room with In-N-Out, Shake Shack, and Five Guys, I will by far choose the latter two options over In-N-Out. In-N-Out will take 3rd place for me. I'm sorry. Okay. With that being said, for Juria's 5th year, my personal wish for her. Okay. Pretty much similar to Chisa. They give different energies, okay? When I hear both Chisa and Juria sing, yes, they are superstars. And actually, Hinata, if we're going to talk about the whole Vox line, they are all superstars. But they all give a unique energy for me personally, okay? Chisa's is energy. She just has this stage presence, and you just feel fired up and you feel moved, okay? Like you just feel motivated to a degree. Hinata is calm, is peaceful. Hinata has a very intimate singing voice. Like she's singing right to you and so comforting. And I don't know, it's just intimate is the word that I would describe Hinata's singing voice. It's just like letting you know everything's gonna be okay. I got you. I will be your safety net. I will be your foundation, your rock to lean on. That's how much she loves us. And you know, that's Hinata's vibe that I get from And this is just me thinking back on, their performances as a whole. And then for Juria just has this way of letting you know that life is okay, be happy, smile. If Juria is sad, it's a sad day. It's a very sad day. So when she sings, it's different. It's like if Chisa is energy and Hinata is protecting, Juria is like healing. Juria warms your heart, heals your heart, and she brings you happiness and joy. And she just has this way of, like, her voice dances along goosebumps. That's what her voice does when she, especially her vibrato, when it's creating goosebumps and it's dancing along those goosebumps. Chisa's energy creates goosebumps, and that really radiates. And Hinata's voice is like a warm embrace. So that's how I compare them. I know those were very unique descriptions, but that's how I feel about them. And with that being said, I know that was a lot to preface. My wish for Juria, just like Chisa, I want to see her have her solo moment where she goes all out and shows what a true diva she is. We've seen it in the covers, we've seen it in the performances there, but I want to see this in an original XG track. Winter Without You really showcase their vocal range and their ability, but I want to see a voice that breaks barriers. They've got this new fragrance coming out called Beyond Infinity. I want to hear the Vox line go beyond infinity with their voices. Show us what that is. That's my wish for the Vox line. And I think they're in a position to level up to that degree. So I'm waiting for that to happen. I'm hopeful and I'm confident, and I've got your back. I will support and listen and scream whatever comes out, and I'm looking forward to it. Okay, now we're getting to the last two members. We're getting now to Maya-san. Okay, Maya, it's getting to be Arrow Wave season. It's getting warmer. Pizuki. Okay, sorry. Maya asks, who will I talk to first on March 18th, 2027? Which member am I going to talk to first? So we know that Maya and Juria are current roommates. They're playing Nintendo Switch, Luigi's Mansion. Maybe they're playing Tomodachi Life. Maybe they're waiting for Rhythm Heaven to come out. Either way, I think when they come to the United States, because I think that's happening, I think there's going to be a switch up. I think they're going to rotate with roommates, and I'm just going to arbitrarily pick. I think prior to that, she might have been Hinata's roommate. So I think now she might be roommates with Kokona. Yes. So I have no logic behind that decision. That's just an arbitrary decision, but I just think if she's not going to be your roommate with a previous roommate, I just chose one of the other members. I think Harvey's the only one that has her own solo room, so I think that might hold true or continue to hold true. So I don't, maybe for some reason I see her more with Kokona versus Jurin and Chisa. Don't know why. Maybe Chisa, who knows. So yeah, that's my prediction. Okay, for Maya. Maya's 5th year is we're probably gonna see the biggest growth from Maya in the 5th year, and here's why. Okay, they're currently primed with all the factors for global growth, and Maya, with her ability to communicate, that is going to be so key for her to be representing the global voice for the group We've seen it to some extent in interviews. However, we also know that all the other members have been engaging, and they've been interviewing, and they've been interviewing really well. And I love seeing that level up as well. Chisa especially, goodness, Chisa is really, going all out. I almost think that when she gives her responses, it surprises some of the other members, like, wow. But Maya has been that face for so long, and I think that she is so comfortable in that space that she's going to continue to do so. And it's going to be inviting for people to have them on their programs, or just whomever they communicate with. Maya is just going to naturally be there to, continue to represent the group in her own way. And I think because of that, opportunities are going to open up for her. I think we're going to see Maya grow, whether it's a fashion ambassador, collaborations, much like Jurin had a collaboration with Rhapsody-san, Rhapsody. We are going to see Maya have a solo debut, not just a solo debut, but I could also see her collabing with so many different artists, and not just as a rapper, but possibly a singer as well. So really, the gates are wide open for Maya to just go out there, take this, and let this be a year of super hard work and super growth. So that's really what I'm hoping for Maya, and she's been showing that confidence. I mean, she's not holding back at all. She's been slaying straight up. So yes, Maya, continue to slay. Continue to let everyone know, let the haters know, and continue to represent alphas, continue to represent the group. You are amazing. You are number one. So I think she's going to have a really, really big year, and that's my hope for her in year number 5. Now we are getting to Coco-san, Coco-kun, Kokona. She asks, what did she ask? Whoa, I am drawing a blank. Hold on. I'm drawing a real blank. Member, food. Give me one moment. I'm going to be right back. Okay, and we're back. So, Kokona asked, will it be my turn to write the blog on March 18th, 2027? My prediction, and this is more logical than anything, I don't think Kokona will write the blog on March 18th, 2027. We always have a variation of 1 to 2 days across the years. And although they've been rotating, I don't know if it's a leap year or if that's a global thing. And I probably should have checked the history to see if that's been a consistency. But I just personally don't think she's going to write the blog on March 18th, 2027. I hope I'm right for the sake of the sweepstakes. But if I'm not, then I'm not. So, yeah, that was a very simple question that Coco-san asked. So, yes, my predictions and my hopes for Kokona in 2026. Again, just like with Maya, Kokona really has everything in front of her to really take the world, okay? They are now in a new phase of their life. They are now in the new current maturity and evolution of their life. And what have we seen in 2025? Not only has Kokona reached the age of maturity, but they have embraced their authentic self. They've also made leaps and bounds with global performances such as The Voice. And also in recent times, they've also represented being a fashion ambassador. She was crushing it in Milan just last month. And we are going to see just more of that. I mean, she has been such a beacon of hope and strength for so many people that have struggled to find a voice or find an identity. And I think that building upon that, her current place as an artist, her current place in her career, she really has the opportunity for her voice, for her character to really reach so many people and provide inspiration, hope, love, and self-love and courage to embrace who they are. Again, there so much can be said about the current state of the world and society, and I really feel like a lot of people out there don't acknowledge how great they truly are. They're not in a space to really acknowledge their own strength, give themselves their own kudos, or pat themselves on the back. And I think through Kokona's abilities as an artist, not just as a rapper, but also with a beautiful singing voice, and everything they do as an artist as a whole, Kokona has the ability to reach and inspire and touch millions of people. And I think that my personal wish for Kokona is for him and for them to build on everything that they've established at the start of this year. So what does that mean? That means continuing to be one of the strongest members of XG, continuing to grow as a rap lyricist and deliver powerful, hard-hitting lyrics, continuing to showcase their beautiful singing voice, and from a global standpoint, letting their voice be heard by many alphas, many adoring fans, old and new, many people around the globe that need a beacon of hope, beacon of inspiration, and just that strength and energy. So that is my hope for Kokona this year, and I am just really excited to see how far specifically, I want to see how far the whole group goes, but I'm very curious to see how far Kokona and Maya do in year 5, because everything is aligned for the group as a whole, but especially the younger members to really come into their own and show, okay, this is what the mature, evolved version of us looks like. So we're gonna shine and show the world what we're capable of. So okay, I'm really sorry I don't have a microphone, and I am sorry that this is one of the most random filmings I've ever done. I didn't expect to film at night, but you guys let me know what your thoughts are on my predictions, and let me know what your predictions are, whether it's just for the group or for a specific member for their 5th year. I have one more wish from them. This is my own kind of selfish wish as an alpha. With Just Stand Up, they had the ability to connect with alphas again, through their music, and let alphas know that they are there for them just as much as we've been there for them as well, through thick and thin, through tough times, through good times. This bond has established, all the while, we just realized, we've known, but it's just another awareness that this bond is so strong now between alphas and XG, and that bond won't be broken. We're going to carry it all the way to outer space. So with that being said, I would love XG to create a track that really moves and inspires and motivates the world, towards happiness, towards peace, towards love for one another, and a song that really moves humanity. Yes, I'm crossing the street. That is my personal wish for XG in 2025. I would love to hear a track that moves humanity to become a better society, to love one another, to show kindness to one another, to drop resentment, to drop conflict, those types of things, and to show love again. So yes, okay, well, before I yap even further, let me know what you guys think of my predictions, and if you guys have your own predictions for year 5 of XG, let me know in the comments below. Until the next reaction, guys, peace.